Hello and welcome to Manchester United News Update, your go-to source for all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes stories from Old Trafford. Manchester United are closing in on a deal to sign Arsenal striker Chido Obi-Martin, who is regarded as one of the brightest young talents in Europe. Obi-Martin decided to leave Arsenal following the expiry of his schoolboy deal and attracted interest from Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Eintracht Frankfurt, Ajax, and Monaco. But the 16-year-old now looks set to join United after speaking with Ruud van Nistelrooy and being convinced that they will offer him the best pathway going forward. We've compiled everything you need to know about the highly rated striker, who is following in the footsteps of Robin van Persie and Alexis Sanchez by moving from Arsenal to Man Utd. His career so far born in the Danish town of Glostrup in November 2007. Obi-Martin started his football career with local side FC Copenhagen. His family moved to London when he was 13 years old, and Arsenal fought off competition from Chelsea and Tottenham to secure his signature. The striker made international headlines in November 2023 by scoring 10 goals for Arsenal's under-16s in a 14-3 win against Liverpool. His performance also caught Mikel Arteta's attention, and the then 15-year-old was invited to train with the Arsenal first team. He made a seamless step up to a higher age group and finished the 2023-24 season with 32 goals in 20 appearances in the Under-18 Premier League. That included 4 goal hauls against Crystal Palace and Fulham and a 5-goal haul against West Ham United, as well as a 7-goal haul against Norwich City. He now has the record for most goals scored for Arsenal Under-18s in a single season, which was previously held by Folarin Balogun. The 16-year-old also made 3 appearances in the UEFA Youth League and 2 appearances for the Under-21s in 2023-24. In international football, he has played for both Denmark and England at youth level, while he also qualifies to play for Nigeria through his father. Recent evidence suggests that the forward wants to represent Denmark, having scored 10 goals in 14 appearances for their Under-17s. 2 of those goals came at the UEFA European Under-17 Championship, and he was named in the team of the tournament after helping Denmark reach the semi-finals. Obi-Martin recently joined the Elite Project Group agency, whose other clients include Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, Romeo Lavia, and Eddie Nketiah. Style of play standing at 6'2" in, Obi-Martin is an out-and-out striker who uses his strength and size to bully opposing center-backs. His tall frame makes him an aerial threat in both penalty boxes, and he is also blessed with electric pace and impressive dribbling skills. The 16-year-old is mainly renowned for his excellent finishing ability, and he shows composure beyond his years inside the penalty area. He produced a broad range of finishes in the 2023-24 season, scoring long-range screamers, dinks over the goalkeeper, and instinctive tap-ins. The right-footed striker has been compared to Arsenal legend Thierry Henry and Newcastle's Alexander Isak, as he likes to cut in from the left flank before opening his body and firing into the far corner. Obi-Martin is far from the finished article at this early stage of his career and still has areas that he needs to work on, including his link-up play. What he said, "I really like Rasmus Højlund," Obi-Martin said. "He is strong and powerful, so you can learn a lot from him." At the start, he didn't score that much for United, but now he has really found his form. "He is left-footed, I am right-footed, but we can both score goals. I have trained 6 times with the first team, so we have talked, but it has not been a big deal," he said when asked about Arteta. "He just praises me all the time and says nice things, so it's very nice. Of course it makes me proud. I hope to be able to play in the Danish national team for a long time, so I hope it's just Denmark," the teenager said when asked about his international allegiance. "My dream is to win big things. For a long time, I have dreamed of winning the European Championship or World Cup with Denmark, so it will be great." What they've said about him: he was a very tall, physical, and mature young boy early on, Anders Lang, FC Copenhagen's head of children's football, said. He started playing 1 and 2 years up when he was 10 or 11 because he was very good and very physically mature. We had a team in the age group above him who didn't always win their games. We took Chido up to play for them when he was 12, and in his first game in the group above, they won 10-0, and he scored 7 goals. He always wanted to score goals, win, and use his power. He was a huge talent. FC Copenhagen's Director of Development Soon Smith-Nielsen said. He has been a huge talent since he was 6 years old. At times, he played with age groups 2 years older, and he has always had tremendous offensive potential. He has wild technique and fantastic physical attributes. He is really dominant because of his physique, but I don't think that is the only reason, Denmark under-17 manager Jesper Mikkelsen said. He is big and strong, but he is also reasonably agile. He is good at sticking to the game, but he is actually also good at challenging and dribbling himself. So that makes him interesting now and in the long run, because it is interesting to see how much this physique can carry him forward towards a breakthrough on the big stage. He has scored many goals for us, and he has been a real handful for our opponents. But it is also important that he gets better at playing together with his teammates, Mikkelsen added. His greatest characteristic and challenge is that he really wants to score goals. He can sometimes play his own game. I'm proud of the team because for a striker to score 4, he needs his teammates, his midfielders and defenders. But it's the hardest thing in football, and to do it 4 times as an under-16 and under-18s, football takes some real personality, Arsenal under-18 manager Jack Wilshere said after a win over Crystal Palace. Not just that side of his game, his link-up play, the way he pressed and set the tempo for us, he's developing nicely. There are still things to do and get better at, but I'm happy with where he's at the moment. Of course, it helps when you have a goal scorer like Chido who is on fire at the moment, and everything he touches seems to go in, Wilshere said in March 2024. He's worked so hard over the last couple of years, especially since we've had him at Saba Realty Training Center over the last 6 weeks, and he's getting his rewards for that hard work. He's been exceptional, Wilshere added. I've said it before, but credit to everyone at the club and at Hale End for the work that they have done with him. He's adapted so well, helped the team massively at times. It's Chido Obi-Martin, he's 15. Honestly, he's like 6'2", he looks really quick, Ian Wright said, after watching the striker in a UEFA Youth League game against Sevilla. For his height, you wouldn't expect him to be such a silky dribbler, but Chido loves to take on players and weave in and out of tight situations. Team Talk analyst Ben Mattinson wrote on X, Obi also has insane pace. When there's space in behind and he opens up his stride, he can just power past players to create separation.